Hello everybody and welcome back to Farm Simulator 15. So over here we're cutting down the wheat. Got Tipsy Drifter doing his rounds. Let's see, this is for Nixon's setup. This is that. Okay. So we were over here getting the grain. So let me move the tractor and tipper, and let me go ahead and run this over to the bunker real quick, and we're going to finish up on this episode. We're going to finish up getting the wheat and the bales made, and maybe selling a few of the bales. Whoa. Totally massive. Totally missed that. You know what? Go around the other way. So I was talking to Nixon, and he and I are going to try and figure out a time next week when we can get together and do a multiplayer record. So I'm gonna hold off on the potato harvest. Sorry about that. Until I get a confirmation from him on scheduling. And yeah, I told him I might help him out over there. We might go do our thing with the going over to field 18. 18 right there in the middle of the map is all in grass. So we might go over there and get a full thing of grass so that he can get some biodiesel going. Because he's right next to the biodiesel plant. So that's the idea anyway. Harvester's on this side and he's full. So let's go get him taken care of. One thing I do want to do in this episode as well is I want to make a run over next door here and see exactly how much we're talking about the price for field 21, because that will be our next purchase after we rent the harvester for the potatoes. I'm trying to coordinate with Nixon, because remember he planted potatoes up at his place, so we're gonna rent it and then use it in both places. That's the idea. Let's cut across the street here real quick and let's go take a look at this field. I think it's this one right here that we want. And let's take a quick look at the price. Now, like I said, that looks pretty narrow, and it is kind of narrow, but it's not too bad when you factor in, like I said, almost 4 passes with the largest. Okay, so 38.5. So we could actually do it now, but then we wouldn't have the money for the harvester. And then what would we plant over here? That is the question. Well, I'm tempted to pull the trigger on it, guys. I really am. But I'm not going to. I'm trying to be wiser. Okay. So we'll leave this here. We'll tab over to our baler. Get that fired up. So far, we have 13 bales done. So stuck. A little bit. Alright, let's get this cleaned up over here. And I missed it. Or did I miss a different section? I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Now we're cooking. All right, yeah. Feels good to be back on the farm, working it a little bit. I tell you what, I'm not one to get sick. Or I should say, I'm not one to... I don't do well getting sick, is what I'm trying to say. And when I was married, that probably was the one thing that drove my wife crazier than anything, was when I got sick, man, I turned into the world's biggest baby. And I don't have that luxury with Cracktor. Not saying that he doesn't take care of me, he does. He helps me out a lot. But when I'm sick, it's like, what do you need? Okay, you got what you need. Okay, leave me alone. And I say that, it sounds like a mean thing, but it actually works out for his sanity and for my motivation. In other words, I'm not feeling good, but nobody's going to take care of me but myself. So I might as well get up and start doing stuff, or go do whatever you got to do, you know? So, anyway. Euro Trucks, or American Truck Simulator, guys. Yeah, I got to get back into that. I haven't been on that game for a few days now. And we got to record some episodes. I think Gractor's getting sidetracked with his handheld and with other stuff. We're playing some other games, and we'll be bringing those to the channel in terms of look-sees and stuff, playthroughs. Nothing permanent, just something to show you guys. But we've been spending a lot of time and energy on those. We haven't gotten around to updating the server for Tebbybear, so we haven't been on there, and he's not really motivated to do that, and I don't know how to do it by myself, so yeah. That's going to take a while too. Well, harvester's at 100% again, so let's tab over. That's the only problem with having a lot of vehicles. You have to do a lot of tabbing. Alright, where's he at? Over there. Let's see if I remember right. All I've got left is the sugar beets. A little bit of sugar beets. Oh, of course, we got the wheat that we're putting up now. So we might, you know what? I know I'm not going to get with Phoenixon. This is Wednesday's episode. This goes up on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, we're not gonna get to the potato harvest this week. I know that for a fact. Alright. Let him fill me up. Or at least empty him out. Might not fill me up all the way, but it's going to be close. 86%. Alright, let me take this and go to the silo. Oops. And then I'm still debating. I don't know. I kind of want to pull the trigger on that field 21 and then get it planted and fertilized and you know, add it to our rotation of small fields here. But I'm leery that I'm not going to recoup enough money. It's going to cost me money to do that, obviously, with seed and the fertilizer and hiring the worker, buying the field, and then I'm not going to be able to recoup, and then we'll be stuck with no potato harvest. So we'll be in our own kind of weird potato famine. So I don't want to do that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to hold off. That way we have the money on hand to rent the harvester, and then once we do the harvest, we can revisit the situation, because we can obviously sell the potatoes and the wheat, the bales, all of the stuff that we need to get the job done. That's my thinking. That is my thinking. I want to come through here. I'm going to do some logging. I'm going to get my favorite chipper. I think it will go with the tipper that we have. So that'd be good. In other words, I think the red tipper will run will catch the chips. So if that's the case, then we're in good shape. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Alright, let's bale it. I like this baler a lot better. It still bogs down a little bit, but nothing like that other one. I had to get a running start on the crop and everything else just to get it to pick up. So not having to have to do that. So that is definitely a good thing. Loop around and grab this little bit right here. We can clean up. There's no rhyme or reason to my pattern, guys. So Don't try to find one. Well, if you want to take the time to find a pattern, go ahead. It's the pattern of the crazy bumblebee. That's what we're going to call it. And the harvester is almost done again. There it goes. Let's tab back over. And keep tabbing. All right, now where you at? Down the end. Cool. Very cool, very cool. Working down at the farm, rolling in the dust. Clean living, playing in the dirt. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna let him empty out, and I'll move him out of the way again. There we go. Get out of his way. Head on, Tipsy. Head on, buddy. Alright, back to the baler. See, like right there, it just needs a little oomph to get going. And then we are good to go. $23 bales so far. Just a little bit left over here. Out of the way, bale. Alright. Let's tag along. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got all the bales off of there. Where are we going? Guess we're going over here with where the harvester is working. So yeah, 23 bales is not a lot. I mean, the stacker we use carries 16 at a time, so keep it in perspective. Let's run down and around while the harvester's doing his thing. Yeah. It's done. I'm trying not to talk as much and explain everything 1,400 times, what I'm planning on doing, this and that, especially when you guys can visually see pretty much what I'm doing. So if it's irritating to you because you're not hearing me talk, I do apologize for that, but that is the reason why I'm doing it that way. So, got another bale right in my way. And you're just gonna stay there, I guess. Okay. Guess we'll drag it all the way down to the other side. Kitchen a ride, kitchen a ride. Well, it looks like we might not even get this part done. I was hoping to get all of this done this episode, but it looks like we're going to have to be calling it here pretty soon. Let me see if I can get down to the other end before we have to unload the harvester again. Yeah, he's at 80% now. Oh, he's at 100%, so we'll take a pause from this and we'll pick him up with the tipper. Alright, so here we go. We'll get this harvester emptied out, and we'll run this over to the silos again. And I guess I'm going to call it an episode. It might be a little bit shorter than I normally do, but I'm kind of in the middle of this and that and the other thing. So, yeah, we'll have to kick it back off tomorrow. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give it the thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't done so, because then you can come back, watch exciting episodes of FarmSim15. It's farming. If you're into that stuff, then definitely subscribe. Like I said, we're going to put up a couple other look-see games. Look-see being games I first took a look at, and Cracktor and I checked them out and played some and decide whether we like them or not. I'm going to continue to play them or not. So those will be coming up on the channel. The American Truck Simulator for the weekend will be coming back this weekend. And Life is Futile is still on hiatus because of server issues. So I am going to work on it. I'm not giving up on the series completely yet. Getting closer to giving up on it maybe, but not going to yet until we get that sorted out. So again, I do appreciate you guys taking the time, and I really did fall off of there, and you're not going to go back. Okay, I do appreciate you guys taking the time to stop by and check me out. I do appreciate it very much. And we will see you tomorrow.